Hey there, science fans! Welcome to another exciting journey into the wonders of the natural world. Have you ever stopped to think about how important light is in our lives? It's something we often take for granted, but it's absolutely essential. It's everywhere. Light helps us see the world around us, from the vibrant colors of a rainbow to the words on this page. Imagine a world without light. How different and challenging it would be. Without light, we wouldn't have plants, animals, or even ourselves. Plants use light to make food through photosynthesis, which in turn supports all life on Earth. Light is a form of energy that travels in waves. These waves can vary in length, giving us different types of light, from the visible spectrum to ultraviolet and infrared. These waves move incredibly fast, which is why we see things instantly when we flip on a light switch. The speed of light is about 299,792 kilometers per second. But light is much more than just illumination. It influences our mood, our health, and even our sleep patterns. Natural light helps regulate our circadian rhythms. It plays a vital role in countless natural phenomena and technological advancements. From the awe-inspiring northern lights to the solar panels that power our homes, light is at the heart of innovation. In this chapter, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of light and explore some of its real-life applications. We'll look at how scientists use light to study the universe and how engineers harness it for technology. Get ready for a colorful and enlightening adventure. From the science behind light to its practical uses, there's so much to discover. Let's light up our world together. Have you ever seen a rainbow after a rainstorm? It's one of nature's most beautiful and mesmerizing displays. It's like magic, right? Well, it's actually science. The vibrant colors and the perfect arc make it seem almost otherworldly. Rainbows are formed by a phenomenon called dispersion. This is the same principle that makes a prism split light into a spectrum of colors. When sunlight passes through water droplets in the air, it gets bent and separated into its different colors. This bending of light is known as refraction. Each color of light has a different wavelength, which is like its own special fingerprint. These wavelengths determine the color we see. Red light has the longest wavelength, while violet light has the shortest. This difference in wavelength is what causes the colors to spread out. When light hits a water droplet, the different wavelengths bend at slightly different angles, causing them to spread out. This bending and spreading is what creates the spectrum of colors. This separation of colors creates the beautiful arc of a rainbow, with red on the outside and violet on the inside. The arc is a result of the circular shape of the water droplets. So next time you see a rainbow, remember that you're witnessing the amazing power of light dispersion. It's a reminder of the incredible science that surrounds us every day. Whether it's a single rainbow or a rare double rainbow, each one is a unique and fleeting masterpiece. Cherish these moments and the wonder they bring. Now let's zoom out from Earth and explore the vastness of space. Telescopes are incredible instruments that allow us to see distant objects in the universe, like stars, planets, and even galaxies far, far away. Telescopes use lenses and mirrors to gather and focus light from these distant objects. The larger the telescope's lens or mirror, the more light it can collect, and the fainter and farther away objects it can see. Some telescopes, like the Hubble Space Telescope, orbit Earth above the atmosphere, which gives them an even clearer view of the cosmos. Thanks to telescopes, we've made incredible discoveries about the universe and continue to unravel its mysteries. Just as telescopes allow us to see the vastness of space, microscopes help us explore the tiny worlds all around us. Microscopes use lenses to magnify objects that are too small to be seen with the naked eye, such as cells, bacteria, and even viruses. By magnifying these tiny objects, microscopes have revolutionized many fields, including biology, medicine, and materials science. Doctors use microscopes to diagnose diseases, scientists use them to study the building blocks of life, and engineers use them to examine the structure of materials. Microscopes have opened up a whole new world of discovery, revealing the intricate details of the microscopic universe. Section 5, Light and Color, a Colorful Partnership. Have you ever wondered why we see the world in color? It's a fascinating phenomenon that adds vibrancy and depth to our everyday experiences. From the lush greens of a forest to the brilliant blues of the ocean, color is everywhere, enriching our lives in countless ways. It's all thanks to the amazing interaction between light and matter. Light, which travels in waves, interacts with the surfaces it encounters, creating the beautiful spectrum of colors we see. This interaction is a fundamental aspect of how we perceive the world around us. When light hits an object, some of it is absorbed, and some of it is reflected. The specific wavelengths of light that are reflected determine the color we perceive. This process is influenced by the material properties of the object and the angle at which light strikes it. The color we see is determined by the wavelengths of light that are reflected. For instance, when light passes through a prism, it is dispersed into its constituent colors, revealing the full spectrum from red to violet. This dispersion occurs because different wavelengths of light bend by different amounts. For example, a red apple appears red because it absorbs all colors of light except red, which is reflected back to our eyes. This selective absorption and reflection is what gives objects their distinctive colors. The same principle applies to all colored objects we see around us. Similarly, a green leaf reflects green light and absorbs other colors. This is why leaves appear green to us, especially when illuminated by sunlight. The chlorophyll in the leaves plays a crucial role in this process, absorbing light for photosynthesis and reflecting green light. White light, like sunlight, is actually a mixture of all colors of the rainbow. When this light interacts with different objects, it can be split into its component colors, creating the beautiful array of hues we see in nature. This mixture of colors is what makes sunlight so versatile and essential for life on Earth. When white light hits a prism or a water droplet, it gets dispersed into its different colors, revealing the full spectrum of light. This natural dispersion is what creates rainbows in the sky after a rainstorm, a stunning display of nature's beauty and the intricate dance between light and matter. Section 6. The science behind the colors. Now let's dive a little deeper into the science behind colors. Remember how we talked about wavelengths of light? Well, each color of light has a specific wavelength, and our eyes are sensitive to this range of wavelengths. When light enters our eyes, it hits special cells called cones that are located in the retina. These cones are responsible for color vision, and each type of cone is sensitive to a different range of wavelengths. When light hits the cones, it triggers electrical signals that are sent to the brain, where they are interpreted as color. So the colors we see are actually created by our brains based on the wavelengths of light that enter our eyes. Section 7. Light in action, exploring the spectrum. Light is more than just the visible colors we see in a rainbow. It's actually part of a much larger spectrum of electromagnetic radiation. This spectrum includes radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiation, ultraviolet radiation, X-rays, and gamma rays. Each type of electromagnetic radiation has a different wavelength and energy level. Radio waves have the longest wavelengths and lowest energy, while gamma rays have the shortest wavelengths and highest energy. We use different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum for various purposes. Radio waves are used for communication, microwaves for heating food, infrared radiation for night vision, ultraviolet radiation for sterilizing equipment, X-rays for medical imaging, and gamma rays for cancer treatment. Section 8. Light up your mind. Light is an essential part of our world, and its applications are endless. From rainbows to telescopes to microscopes, light helps us understand the universe around us and make incredible discoveries. So the next time you see a rainbow, gaze at the stars, or look through a microscope, remember the amazing power of light and all that it makes possible. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and keep your mind lit up with curiosity. Section 9. Keep the light burning. I hope you enjoyed this journey into the world of light. Now it's your turn to explore further. Here are some questions to ponder. Why is the sky blue? Why are sunsets red? How do three-dimensional glasses work? What are lasers and how are they used? Keep those questions coming and never stop learning about the amazing world of science.